already gone on. That was quick. Yo, Plague Knights, just bear with us and then we'll crack on.
Hello, hello.
You got the stream on, can you see if you can hear yourself?
Yeah, I think it's getting both of us. I hope you're the predator, then I can just watch the stream snipe you.
Well, it won't split us up, I don't think.
Even if you set a preference?
Can you set the preference when you're doing it as a party?
I think you're right, I don't think you can.
So, no, I think we'd have to do the private. But I don't think there's any point doing a private with just the two of us. Though I think Caleb should probably be on at some point soon. I don't think Voodoo will be on. Because it's still working hours for you guys, isn't it?
Mr. H, that was quick. What's up?
I hate this part. I need to figure out how to do the scheduling.
No, Plague Knight, I wouldn't really stream snipe him if he was the predator. Which he probably will be when we do some private matches.
Okay. I think he's everywhere. Okay.
I will say, Mr. H, they did do a pretty good remix of that classic Predator theme. Which, given how much it's going to be playing on the menus, it should be good.
Oh damn, it shows the comments on the right hand side.
Containing GPS beacons. Swap the real bricks with the trackers and then get out.
Yo, Alistair. How you doing, man? They did do a good job on the replicating the score for this.
Voodoo is away. Good hunting.
With the waterfall and the peering behind him, blowing his face off. Right.
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus. Rendezvous with the following coordinates.
It's gonna annoy me. We've got PS4 players. So, we've been playing a good chunk of the day. And whereabouts are you now? Level 30 something.
Something like that. Hello, way good. Welcome.
I don't recognise the name way good. What's your handle on the forums? Yep, she's nearby. It certainly is me. I'm Hicks.
And I am Rich Tom.
Oh. Damn.
Oh,
that ended really quickly.
I'll try and reinforce you. Yeah, you got you.
I love that you can parry the Predator, but the follow through just seems, I don't know. Like you are both temporarily sort of can't do anything after the parry.
Yeah. I mean, there has been one or two times where I've parried and then you get a couple good shotgun blasts in. But typically it just ends up going in the Predator's favor anyway.
Because consecutive parries aren't...
This is a black bag operation. Get in, place the brakes, get out. No witnesses.
are hard to pull off, I think. I mean, I don't know if the parry itself does any damage.
I've got help waiting for you, fire team.
Might be a good idea to wait a little bit. Way good anyway. Nope.
Shit!
So this Predator's leveled up quite nicely because they're rocking with the spear. That's the last unlock for the Predator, and it's the best weapon anyway. So you.
Oh shit!
Yo, Colin. Yeah, that was an awful game for the first one on the stream. And thank you, Mr. H, for forwarding folk on. I'm surprised you're not playing it, dude. If you're still here, that is. Or you're not really into multiplayer games, I can't remember. Can I get rid of that side panel with all the comments from the stream?
Yes, you can.
How?
But
Is that in the broadcast settings?
yeah, we're new at this.
Well, it's because we only exclusively do Alien and Predator stuff, isn't it? So we don't exactly do a lot of it for everything. I wouldn't say it feels like a mobile game. Not at all. I mean, that's not doing it justice. I mean, it's not a AAA title. You know, it's not Battlefield, it's not COD, but
It's like a AA title. It's in between an indie game and a highly produced release. I mean, it is still well produced, but it's definitely did not have the budget of a Call of Duty or something like that.
well, it's probably even a lot cheaper than 2010 was and Colonial Marines was, because I think they were considered AAA, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're the party leader, aren't you?
Oh, that's right. Sorry. My bad. I'll start searching. Mr. H, what did you think about the alternate ending for Underwater?
I don't think it's out for us yet in the UK.
It's not?
No, I'm sure it's not, or at least it's not out physically, because I'm pretty sure I had a look.
Well, I actually preferred it. I mean, I'm sure you can guess how it's different, just given what happens, but
You know what'd be really cool? Would be some more water-themed Predator stuff. Like Hell and Hot Water was a classic comic.
I need to read that comic again. But the Predator had like a diving suit, right?
Yeah, yeah, and like harpoons and stuff. That was a good one. I think that was my first Predator comic, like my first trade-back publication.
I guess it would be too much to ask for an underwater DLC map in this, where we're all in scuba gear swimming around.
I think that would be
Predators
too
are
much to
insane.
ask. Yeah. Could you notice it was all before Colin? Well, there's only two of us.
Where pigs are being used as couriers. The drug planting process is causing the disease, and the drugs are killing the pigs, then poisoning the local population.
Yeah, Predator really is underused. Like, there's half as much Predator stuff as there is Alien stuff.
If that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in terms of the comics, it's about half as much. Even less with the books, I think. Yeah, Neck has already... Well, Randy's already said they're interested in some of the designs from this. Way good. So I'll be curious to see what they, you know, what they choose to go with, because there's a lot of combinations. That is something I've been really impressed with Hunting Grounds is the level of customization for the Predators.
Maybe they'll get some figures out in the next 3 years.
Their docket is rather full. Predator needs the Mandalorian treatment. I think Alien and Predator could do with the Mandalorian treatment. If we're being fair.
Confirm our suspicions that the guerrillas are trafficking through the livestock.
Fuck this, hitting the alarm.
So, one of the things I've been bitching to Aaron about here is I've been looking everywhere for those OWLF audio logs that I guess Jake Beasy did the
Ooh, she's
recordings.
nearby.
And I have not found a single one, and I don't think they're that well hidden. So something's got to be up. They got to be bugged or something.
Fucking disgusting.
I think that was a bow. Oh no, it was a net.
That might
No, it was
shine
a
some
net.
light on this.
I know somebody else posted some on YouTube of him finding the logs, but I think that might have been the PC version. So
You really... Oh. Found the big drum.
Locked? Find a radio and see what news is on the wind. Sounds
Whoa.
like there's a surgeon sewing the drugs into the pigs. I'm trying to home in on his location.
I do like this map too, though. Oh, she's got a bow.
Yeah, the bow is really interesting. Oh, that was a good shot. I'm coming towards it. We're enjoying it well enough. I mean, there's issues, which I think is ultimately... Oh my life. There's always issues on day one, but I think as this is a purely multiplayer focused...
And I give them some leeway too, because I'm sure they could be in the office for the launch of this game, and that's gotta be tough.
Keep your comms open. I've got radios lighting up. They're gonna be looking for you, fire team.
You know what, this is sod's law. The moment we go on stream, I feel like I'm playing like a... I was talking to Chevy about it earlier, you know, when you're playing fine and then you invite a buddy on and then you're playing like dog.
That's always what happens, right? You're doing really well in a video game and you invite a friend to come watch and then you do terribly.
Yeah. It always used to happen with Taylor, if you remember him. English Adam.
Oh, Adam Taylor. Yeah, I got you. I do remember.
All right, let's see what's in here.
Come on, guys. What are we hanging around for? Come on.
Here.
Yeah, Colin, I agree with that. I mean, I would like to see Ubisoft do a Predator game, given they have some experience with the whole Ghost Recon thing. And this kind of reminds me of that a bit. I mean, even this map, like
they've seen us.
the huts on the water stilts and stuff. That was very similar to some of the areas in Ghost Recon
Yeah,
Wildlands.
I bet Ubisoft could do a nice open world.
Get pictures of the setup. We need as much intel as we can get.
But honestly, I enjoyed the new Assassin's Creed games quite a bit. Origins especially. I liked Odyssey as well, but I do think it had a bit too much padding.
Access
Too
this
much
terminal and get a full drive in.
grindiness.
Who's out?
Trust me when I tell you to keep moving and stick together. We have a mission to complete.
I was just talking about that, Ultraman Jake. I have not found a single one. I have been looking everywhere. So I'm wondering if it's bugged on the PS4 version, because I know people have found them, but that might have just been on PC. And the places they've found them, I've been looking in those kind of places, just like on the floors and the corners, and they're not anywhere.
Reinforcements are on the way.
I wish you'd have got this on the PC.
I will. If you want to play it on PC, I'll make an
Honestly,
exception of my stance against the Epic Games Store just for once.
It
Just for
plays
you.
better on the PC, I think. I don't like playing FPSs on the console. Which will make the weekend fun because I'm going to be playing some Alien Trilogy, I think.
Nice. They really need to just re-release that, like, even for mobile. Like, they did a remaster of the old school Doom on mobile. They
Did they
did that
really?
with Alien Trilogy. Yeah. And
I
it plays
didn't know
really
that.
well. It's at, like, 60 frames a second and everything.
Well, they're not bugs.
They're not bugged.
Really hard
Yeah,
to
I mean,
get.
that's-
Oh, wow.
Well, where did you find it? I've been looking everywhere.
Well, he's talking about Friday. Where is she? Oh, she's nearby.
He's talking about what?
He was talking about Friday. The tape's in Friday.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Nice work, fire team. We'll hand that intel over to the authorities and they can take it from here. Move to the extraction zone.
Where are
I
you
didn't
going,
know
Mr.
Friday the
Blue Man?
13th had collectible lore tapes as well. I never played that one too much.
I thought that was all in the museum that you could get.
Orders received. En route to extraction. Let's spotted. Moving in on the intruder.
Did you get respawned, Aaron, or you haven't died in this one?
No, did I get knocked down? I can't remember. I do like the music, I must be honest.
Got it.
Sniper up there.
All contacts eliminated.
Do you need ammo? You're alright.
I just dropped some
Well, you
as
know.
well.
Oh, okay. I might go and swap out and get some health packs then when we're done. So we've got all bases. Oh, Predator's down. Tiger.
Can't stick around, Voodoo. You got 30 seconds and I'm gone.
Ah. Second winded it.
Oh, I'm getting out of here.
Oh, what? How was I down? And she was second winded.
Oh.
Right now.
Ow! Careful, asshole. You're bleeding. Why?
Thank you, guy who picked me up. Where we're going? I just finished Cold Forge, hated it, didn't like a single character. Alistair! Man! That's the fun of Cold Forge, is that everybody's grey and complex. You're not necessarily supposed to like them as long as you're interested by them.
I owe you all a round of drinks. Good work, Voodoo.
Oh, I think I got the grenade. They just unlocked the grenade launcher.
I think I get what you were trying to say, Twitch. Yeah, I mean, some things have improved, but there's still some trouble with the matchmaking. I know they made it so you could cancel a trophy collection as the Predator, because a lot of Predators were getting killed that way. And they released some patch notes lately of some other improvements they've made, but overall there's still some technical issues that hopefully they can get on top of. I've had the game crash on me a few times.
Give me 2 seconds to go and put health on. Okay, go. There's still issues like with things like the models and stuff loading up in the customization menus as well. Still a bit of texture popping in there, but not as bad as in the trial. You can start matchmaking, by the way, mate.
Okay, it's going now. I
But
think I'm gonna buy me another Predator mask.
Yes. Frame rate issue doesn't seem to be as bad. I mean, there still seems to be the occasional drop, but nowhere near as frustrating as it was in the trial.
Yeah, I mean, it still could be better. Like, I'm playing this on a PS4 Pro, and again, I know Call of Duty has like infinite resources, but that game looks incredible and never goes under 60 FPS. And this game, like, you look at the ground and you're at 60 FPS, and then you look straight ahead and it bumps down to about 40, sometimes even 30. But it doesn't seem to be as bad. Like, when the sparks start flying, it would go down into the teens in the trial, and I haven't had that happen to me yet in this one, so that's good. More friends by Mr. H sent here. Thanks, Mr. H.
For pimping us.
We appreciate the shout out.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
And welcome, Chumpy Man. Thanks, Ultraman.
Narcotics wouldn't
Stay
be on
safe.
our radar, but we've been receiving troubling intel on a number of unidentified substances being trafficked in the area. The samples we've recovered have dangerous chemical compositions with unknown effects.
Keep
for
safe at work,
purposes
mate.
we don't yet understand.
Unless you're just working at home, then
Yeah,
I guess you'll probably be safe.
Do you think this is pricey for what it is?
It's what, $40 for the standard?
I'm not sure. It was about 50 quid for the digital deluxe.
Voodoo is away. Good hunting.
Maybe for
Well,
what we get at the
I mean,
minute, because
it
it's not-
depends on the roadmap. It depends on how much they're going to release, and if that's going to be like free updates with maps and new gear and stuff, or if they're all going to be paid.
Well, the first one at least was, and they're on about
Because right now we're at 3 maps. So yeah, they could have had a bit more, if I'm being honest. I mean, I think the gameplay loop is there, and that's what's really strong. Like, the game is fun to play. It just needs more of what it has, and it needs some extra polish.
With us. Yeah.
It's not like fundamentally broken like Colonial Marines was.
Oh, God.
Although I had a lot of fun with Colonial Marines multiplayer, so if they would have just released that as a multiplayer-only game, we probably would have had more praise for it.
I don't know, 5 years for a multiplayer-only game, I think that would have been...
Well, I don't mean that, I just mean like, if the game had originally been announced as that only and not announced super early.
At the end of the day, I mean, this game was in development for around a year. So, you know...
Oh yeah, I thought it was in development for about a half a year before they announced it.
That's still what? That's half the development time for a typical game?
Well, it might have been 2 years, because I mean, there's the development planning stage, and by the time they announced it a year ago, they had already had like gameplay footage. So it must have been about 2 years. I mean, you can ask him. That's just what I would think.
Oh, there we go.
There's a terminal nearby.
Was it just me, or in Alien Sim the humans are more of a pain to take down than the aliens themselves? Yeah, that was a pretty
yeah. That was one of the worst parts of Bug Hunt, was when you'd be surviving and then the AI soldiers showed up with pinpoint accuracy and you'd be screwed.
Expect heavy incoming.
But yeah, where did you find those 3 tapes, Twitch? Give me some help here, because I just want to know where they were.
It was on about Friday. It wasn't on about...
He was, but he said he found 3 in this one so far. I think, unless I misunderstood.
Looks like the stakes have been raised. Keep moving and stick together. Reinforcements are on the way.
Oof. He's after us.
On him. Behind you.
Oh, I'm gonna go for it. This is irritating over here.
Don't bail.
I'm coming back.
You're a rubbish teammate.
Oh, it's up in the trees right there.
Coming down the stairs. Don't do me on the top. Don't do me.
I'm not gonna make it.
Using you as bait.
That's what I was saying. I was coming down to you.
It was gonna finish you off, probably.
I mean, I see a lot of people complaining about the Predators being underpowered, and then I see a lot of other people complaining about how they're overpowered.
I guess it just depends on how much you unlock and how good of a Predator player you have.
Yeah. And how well you play it, because you do need to role play to really make the most of it. You know, you can't go swanning in, you know, when there's 4 of them there, you do have to pick them off and play it like the Predator.
And that's what I think is interesting about this, is the game goes on no matter how the Predator plays, and if it ends the game, it makes for an interesting ending. But we've played a few matches where the Predator barely shows up, or it tries to kill us all at the very end, or it kills us all immediately, and it can go any number of ways.
Does the game use servers or P2P? I do believe it's
Oh my god, I found
you
one.
found
Holy
one.
shit.
Should be here.
Just picked it up.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
It was down here, and I got a trophy for it. Ooh, see if you can see it too. Oh, you're dead.
I did see it, yeah. I saw it on the spectator thing.
Let me see if I can't send reinforcements here.
This might not be worth it, there's only me.
God, save my bro.
I love the gibbing effects.
Technical came back with the disposal analysis.
Well, at least this one has a nice wood
We're
grain.
green to burn this shit. Just try not to breathe it in.
I wonder if there's going to be much
That smoke's going to alert forces all over
option
the
for
area. Voodoo 1, get ready to
spawn
defend
people
that
you're back.
looking at the ceiling there
Welcome
for
back.
some reason.
Oh, the predator's
Oh, the
close.
predator's on us.
Right up there. Yeah, oh, I see it, I see it. You should see if you can pick up that audio log.
Yeah, I'd like to, but I think
It
I'm
was
going to get...
under the pyramid.
I'm gonna get sneaky. I'm ditching
Okay,
it.
it's kinda bailing. You guys are bailing too.
I want to go get
Now it's
that
gonna
log.
come after me. It's coming. It's coming after me.
That was under the pyramid, weren't it?
Yeah. Alright, I'm coming.
Uh,
I think you
which
went too far. It was back here. Come back to me.
okay. Right.
It was in here for me, right on the floor.
Oh, it's not there.
Oh, does it
So it's
does it
not-
disappear if one of us picks it up?
Now that is a war on drugs. Fire team, you go for extraction.
Aww.
I guess it does.
Or maybe it's not the same for everybody in the match. That makes sense. Surely that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, because the Veritanium, you can all pick it up.
They're bailing for.
Oh shit! I'm coming.
They're probably in there going, what are those two fucking goons doing?
Do you have any health, by the way?
Yes, I do. Do you want to wait until we get to Exfil? Or do you want it now?
Yeah, let's get to Exfil. It's right on our tail, though.
Hang tight, fire team.
Probably gonna get me.
Hostiles are attempting to escape. Stop them now.
Have you got no syringes left?
No, I used them.
Okay, we're nearly there.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Health down.
You can never have too much ammo.
Thank you.
Dinosaurs fucking filled the frame. Nope.
Come on, let me disarm it.
30 seconds.
Didn't think I was gonna make it.
The OWL app.
Oh shit.
Been involved in
Somebody else did it.
world and life form. We're assuming jurisdiction. Guard the body until we arrive, and you will be compensated for your effort.
That is a lot of OWLF.
Green Stargazer.
Coming in now.
Stargazer, yeah.
Hold your position to pick up.
What? How was it left
What?
down? We were supposed to be doing the save the body. That's supposed to take over at that point.
Well, there's another bug.
Fire team. The heroics of those left behind won't be
That's
forgotten.
why I didn't jump out, because you normally get more XP for doing that.
Oh, are there cheaters on Resident Evil Resistance, Chumpy? That sucks. I played a bit of that on PS4. It's kind of fun. It's alright.
Oh, the Predator quit as well. Right, just give me 2 seconds. I just want to put my new sight on this Scar PCR thing.
You take as long as you want. I'm gonna open loot boxes.
I tried to be quick. Oh, I'd already unlocked red dot. I didn't realise. I hope they fix these unlock notification things, because that it's not at all affecting the game, but it's the thing that annoys me the most.
But to answer your question, Chumpy, I'm pretty sure it is P2P, which is a shame, because we've been disconnected a number of times because the host lost connection or whatever. Every game needs dedicated servers, but
It does.
easy for me to say that.
Well, it's how they survive in the end. Valley would pay blood if NECA sold a figure of Prince from AVP2. Yeah, I think many of us would pay for AVP2 Predators.
Jan Elder has a really good custom.
It
Prince
does, yeah.
figure. That looks great. Like,
You can start matchmaking.
if you mass produce that custom figure, like, that would be cool.
What are you on about, Catherine, about missing birthdays? Whose birthday did I miss? And welcome to the... Oh, you can start searching. Oliver Joe. Welcome to the stream, Joe. Always love to hear that you're wearing those AVP Galaxy shirts. Which one, though? Are you wearing the impaled ones, or are you wearing the logo? Alistair, but that's not fair, because what was great about Dorian was that we were on his, we were inside his mind, so we got to see the direct contradictions between what he was saying and what he was thinking. And that was one of the fascinating things about how Alex wrote him, which made him so despicable.
I got the Phalanx mask.
Nice.
Looks good.
Let's show off the one I've got now while we wait for a match.
See, that is what's going to determine the success of this game, because I can already tell the main satisfaction comes from unlocking shit.
Yeah.
And getting cool new gear and weapons and armor. So if they keep the content flow good on that, like Call of Duty has, this game will probably do pretty well.
So that's my mask, which is the... I've already forgot what it was called then. A Prophet, I think it was. Yeah, Prophet. I love the masks in this game. I really do. And I love the fact that we can even customize the dreadlocks and the patterns on the dreadlocks.
And the mask paints as well.
Mm.
Yeah, that Prophet mask does look pretty cool.
I'm rocking the bow and the spear.
Valley, I still have not read the Rage War trilogy myself.
What?
I'm not as good as keeping on top of the books as Mr. Aaron is, but it's been on my list.
See, I
It's on my shelf.
I think the
Just
Rage
gotta break.
Wars was solid. It was a very different feel. It was very more soft, hard sci-fi military with a bit of space opera going on. It was a very different feel to all the other Alien and Predator books, and I really appreciated how fresh it felt compared to everything else.
Due to a recent train accident,
Joe,
locals
Cold
are
Forge,
incapable of resuming
10 out of
trade
10,
of commodities
top 4 alien
Specifically,
books.
a tanker of crude oil is ready to ship once the wreckage is cleared.
I did not forget Drake's birthday. I may not have posted it on the forums, but it was on the socials, Catherine. Don't be throwing that in my face. And yes, I will be posting up for Daniel Cash's birthday tomorrow.
Go. Good luck out there.
Alistair, Phalanx was another one of my 10 out of 10s. I think there's only 4 alien books I've done 10 out of 10 for, and it was Phalanx, Phalanx, whatever, Cold Forge, Berserker, and Music of the Spears.
Make your way to the train yard.
I was blown away by how much I loved Phalanx. I'd be curious to hear what you think of that when you read it.
Phalanx? I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll probably like it.
Oh, Predator's already down
I
here.
usually trust your opinion outside of the Alien prequels. Then again, I know you had problems with those two. You're just in denial.
Yeah,
More so than...
I like David, whereas you don't. So,
No, I did like David in Prometheus because he was actually a complex and nuanced character. In Covenant, he just turned into the mustache and really boring.
yeah, I don't think he does. I like his motivations in Covenant, and I like the thematics of his frustrations with creation.
Voodoo, stick to your mission. You wouldn't believe me if I told you what's out there.
Out over there. I'm coming. Ah! You okay? Did you get out?
Yep. I'm good.
Okay, run into the objective.
Likewise.
Oh, there's only 3 of us. Did somebody drop? Sounds...
Watch my 6! Ammo, stock up!
Check the foreman's office and confirm we have the right tanker.
What the fuck was
Be
that?
a damn shame to grab the wrong one.
Oh,
We're as sure as we can be, so I'm sending coordinates to the tanker.
can I get some more health, please?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
I think that's all of it. First aid kit.
Thank you.
Pass up.
She's down here. On top of the building that you're in.
Invisible.
There's an ammo crate outside, by the way, as well. Where have you gone? Over there.
Going for you.
Yep. Missed.
Should we make our way
Yeah,
to
make a
next
move.
objective?
Yep.
It's everywhere.
You see, that is another part about this game that I really enjoy. You know, it's
Plan a transponder to guide in the chopper.
feels so Predator.
Chopper's inbound.
You know.
2-1, stand by.
Yep, I agree. It gets the feel of that first film really well.
Moving, cover me!
Just always looking up in the trees.
And then when it shows up,
Oh, we spoke too soon.
where is
Game
she?
crashed for me.
Oh, did it?
Error. Yeah. Session heartbeat failure.
Oh, it's just what we need.
Well, I hope I wasn't the host.
Well, it's not bombed out yet.
Hey, Nostromer. It's pretty good so far. Use a little, like I kind of mentioned a few times, it could use a little extra polish. We've run into some bugs and some matchmaking issues. But I give them some leeway because they had to launch a game out of the office.
Me and this dude are dead, so this game's gonna be done soon. Catherine, I
Nostromer
think.
is one of my friends in real life, Aaron.
Okay. Always trying to escape alive, mate. It just doesn't always pan out that way. Catherine, I think some places, at least Amazon over here, are still selling the books and delivering the books. So, or maybe one of your local stores is still delivering.
19 members down. Stick to the mission. Hello? Voodoo.
And Atlantis is always a good choice as well.
Voodoo.
I love all of them if Stargate. Even have a soft spot for the crappy cartoon because I watched that.
I never finished SG-1. I only got
What?
about halfway through it.
Rage Wars was very fun and felt very fresh, even when I thought it was silly, it was still enjoyable. That's fair. I mean, what did you find silly about it? Just out of curiosity.
Alright, let me send you another party invite.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to let me close the prompt. Let's not let. There we go. That wasn't a very successful game. Me too, Joe. I love Stargate. It's one of my top interests outside of Alien and Predator and Halo.
Yes, Nostromer, you can customize the Predator dreadlocks. They have a number of different interesting patterns.
I love that. I cannot stress how much I was surprised by the level of customization on that, and the dreadlocks in particular was just like, I never expected this. I never knew I wanted it, but I fucking love it. Yeah, but
points right now.
I will buy some. I try and go through the armor patterns. You want to send me an invite? No. Oh, yeah, you did. No, you did. That's me being blind. There we are, I'm joining now.
Yes, Catherine, I like that as well.
I
still enjoy a Barnes & Noble trip
Okay,
here and there.
I've got a rant about this, and I went off in one of the bookstores about it. I hate how physically damaged the books tend to be when you buy them from bookstores, because people do not look after them when they're picking them up to have a flick through them or looking at them. I tend to not buy a lot of books.
I've received some bent ones just ordering from Amazon.
I can't say I have
you can just
compared.
examine it.
But more often than not, I always found them to be damaged, so I never really buy stuff from the actual shops. And that's so unlike me as well, because I'm the kind of guy that will go to the local gaming shop or the local comic shop rather than buy from online. Right, what dreads are we getting? You know what? I think I'm gonna go.
I honestly like the ones at the end.
Yeah, the blue and silver. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm buying those ones.
Nice. They're kind of like the Elder grayback look.
Love it, love it. I would have liked something a bit reddier to go with. Actually, because it goes with the skin pattern. Because I think I've gone for a bluey skin pattern.
Nostromer, it's not that much of a grind fest, honestly. I mean,
oh god, no. We've been playing.
I think it's been Yeah, we've unlocked a good amount, and we've just been going since last night for me and this morning for Aaron.
Yeah, it's level 100 I think is the max rank, and I'm on level 55 from the morning. But then again, to be fair, I do have the double XP boost on.
Yeah. And that's another thing, Nostromer, since Aaron and I are in a party. Unless we get some private matches going where one of us can, or you should play the Predator since you're the one streaming.
There were some odd technical detail. The combat suits worn by the... Yeah, I will... Valet, I will give you the aliens wearing a breathing mask. Oh, you haven't made us yet.
Oh shit. I always forget.
I'll give you that, Valet, because I thought that was weird. But the combat suit stuff I didn't think was massively strange, because that was part of the soft, hard sci-fi feel. Let me see who's online, see if any of our friends are online. Oh, Caleb's on. Let me drop him a quick message. Lee? Right. I do love the menu screen as well, with your Predator model, you know, choking out your fire team model. I like that. I think that's nice. Caleb's going to join us in a minute.
Yeah, should I back out?
Yeah, back out and wait for him.
Yeah, the customization is honestly what makes this game. That is the main replay value for me so far. Other than it just being fun.
Yeah. That's why I think them keeping the content coming, at least in terms of the Predator appearance, is going to be really important. I mean, the Predator is a lot more versatile in how you can change and present its appearance than, say, the Alien is. Because at certain points, the Alien just starts getting ridiculous with various, you know, DNA reflex inherited traits. But the Predator...
Do you think they went overboard with Colonial Marines and that Alien customization?
I didn't really like it in Colonial Marines, but then again, because I thought it was lazy as hell. I thought it was a good idea.
I bet like they could do it right.
But
like if you had a Aliens versus Marine game where you could just pick any skin.
Do it. But realistically, you know, I think it's maps that are probably the important thing for them to add at this point. You know, it does only ship with 3 maps, and while the varying missions give it, you know, variety in that it takes you to different areas of the maps for your objectives, so it's not always necessarily, even though you might be playing the same map so many times, it's not the exact same environment that you're in each time. You know, it's not like a built multiplayer map where you tend to find your camping area or your choke points, and you're always sort of focused around there. But it is important to bring, you know, those extra maps to it. Right, we are just waiting for one of our mates to join us, and then we'll crack on again. Marquise Pixley asks, have you guys played AVP Evolution? We certainly have. I believe Mr. Ridgetop did our review on it. Right, Caitlin's ready. I'm just going to send him an invite. Was that your first review for the website? I've got to suggest the player to you. Right, you're going to have to approve him joining the party. And I'll invite him in here. I always really liked Evolution, to be fair. I thought it was a very good game and handled very well for iOS and Android.
I did as well, and it's a shame to see Angry Mob Games has not revisited the franchise. I mean...
Well, didn't they shut down?
Did they? I guess that would be why then.
I
can't even get Predators to work on my iOS devices.
No, that's long out of date, that is. Hey, Caleb. We're on stream, so if you might need to check your party audio settings, so your broadcast. And Adam, you can start us playing.
Alrighty.
You? He's here. Caleb was the only one playing.
Oh, should we do a private match, or you still want to go?
We'll still do some proper ones.
Alright.
Also fair value that the suits in Rage Wars were kind of similar to some of the stuff in comics. I could kind of see them being similar to the kind of suits that they were using at testing at the start of like Labyrinth and stuff like that. Catherine says next Alien game should have William Hope in it. I'm sure it will. Any Alien game will have Will Hope in it, or Lance Henriksen. Oh, Joe, that is some sacrilege right there. He's been playing Concrete Jungle on Xbox and it's not great. It feels like an unfinished game. That game did not get received very well when it came out, but it's since become a bit of a cult favourite within the community, I guess. I mean, the thing with that one was it was pared down a lot. That game was supposed to be the GTA, the Predator equivalent of GTA. Don't, Joe. I'm playing, mate. It did have issues. You know, it was supposed to be a lot bigger than it was, and you know, in the grand scale of things, you know, it wasn't a great game. But it's just something we've all come to appreciate for a lot of the things it did anyway. Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, that console generation, we only really had AVP Evolution and Concrete Jungle.
Extinction, yeah.
Or that's what I mean, Extinction, yeah.
Which again was one that wasn't received very well at the time, but a lot of people look back fondly on it now. And I think that AVP is suited to an RTS. It just, you know, it was kind of limited in being a console RTS. We're in about 2 minutes. You might want to cancel and redo it. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Have you got Caleb on your friends list so you can invite him? If you have to cancel.
I don't think I do.
Does it get stuck every time?
It does, yeah. So that's another issue we've been noticing. If the matchmaking isn't going anywhere and you're in a party, it won't let you just cancel it. You have to actually close the party and then reestablish it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, even when I close the party, it'll totally just freeze up back at the main menu, and I'll just have to restart the game completely, which is what I have to do now.
I'm ready for my day 7 patch. Yeah. I'm on 86, mate. I was saying earlier, you know, it's not even a game-breaking thing, but it's the thing that irritates me the most. Oh. You sent in an invite. Reached up.
Yep.
Oh, where is it? Okay, I'm joining now. Catherine, you shouldn't really need anything fancy. You should just be able to submit your RSS feeds to iTunes. Just treat it like a podcast rather than, you know, anything different, and look at how they're set up and running. I'm looking forward to having a commute again at some point, because I'll be able to start listening to those audio stories and catch up on the podcast. I'm so behind at the minute. Right, we're all in. You can start matchmaking.
Okay, it's going.
I don't think you need anything special, Catherine. I think you just sign up to an iTunes account. Frigius asks, how is the final build compared to the trial build? Still dropouts though, I think. But it's certainly better. Obviously, matchmaking's still an issue. I mean, it's not as big an issue, you know. At least not now. People were reporting 30-minute waits to start with. No. But then again, it's so typical as well. I mean, even bigger titles, you know, EA stuffs always tends to have matchmaking issues and server issues on day one. So I'm not terribly worried at this point, but if in 3 days they haven't sorted this, then I might be a bit worried. Valley asks, how could I get a genuine physical copy to work on a modern OS? You're better off not even bothering trying to get a physical copy to work on on a modern OS. If you Google AVP2 all in one, it'll take you to a website hosted by avpunknown.com, and there's a download version with a load of fixes that allow it to run in full screen on modern resolutions, you know, all the patches and everything in there. And in general, it seems to work really well on Windows 10. There are occasional issues, but you know, if you join those guys as Discord and ask them about it, they're very technically aware and are able to help you with stuff. Frigis says, are there not any significant changes or additions that weren't in the trial version? I mean, unlocking's a lot slower in this. So like the spear is the final predator weapon that you unlock, because I wonder if they jigged that around just because of how purely powerful it was.
Maybe we should do that private match.
Yeah, it seems to get worse the more people you add into it. Yeah, but we can try some private matches then. I mean, there's still 2 fire team members. We'll have to see if we can pick anybody up in a bit.
Yeah, it's not letting me cancel matchmaking again. Oh boy, yeah, they really need a patch. Really, really, really.
I'll go start a private match. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Fridges, the rotation between the 3 maps is actually more frequent, which is nice. Yeah. Voodoo's at work, Catherine, that's why he's not joining. It wasn't, you know, hardcore enough to book the day off. Let me know when you're booted back up, Adam. Okay. See if there's anybody else. Neil. Alright, just wait for you to join then, and we'll crack on. Take it in turns rotating through playing the Predator. That's fine, you start with it. I mean, you're probably going to destroy us, I think. Jesus Christ. I can't... I mean, I've not done great as the Predator so far either in the 2 games that I've managed to get as him. But I don't think quite so that bad. I don't think you're broadcasting on the chat, by the way, so I think we're talking to ourselves. Yeah. It's going to be a finely tuned game, is this point, you know, of making it not feel underpowered or overpowered.
Ozymandias, we are playing this on PS4.
Don't forget you need to ready up, Adam.
I am going to be
After
on the
recent
hunt
military
for
coup,
those
a number
audio
of important
logs.
cultural artifacts were reported stolen
Yeah,
by
I
the
done
new
found
acting
one
government.
earlier, and I went
To
back to
avoid
find it, and it
embarrassment, they
wasn't
want
there
these
for me.
artifacts returned by any means necessary. A buyer from the old regime has been identified, so we need to recover these artifacts ASAP.
Because I've been looking everywhere, and I just barely found my first one. I've been looking in like every match I've played. Yeah, I was thinking, like, is this bugged or something? Because I haven't found one, but I guess you're right. It must be like a random occasional spawn. Alright, Hicks, it's just you and me.
The rendezvous for the buyer is
We can
scheduled
do
to
this.
occur at the following coordinates. If we're lucky, all the artifacts will be there.
No. We haven't. I don't know how I feel about hiding.
No, come on, man. I think that's all of it. Keep it by the book, people. No more fuck ups.
area are on high alert. Intruders have been spotted in the city. By the sounds of radio chatter, they know something's up. Be careful. Outside, they're still in the red crate used by the museum.
Oh, you're close. I can hear you.
Watch yourself, Voodoo. You aren't the only ones doing
Oh
this
shit.
today.
Shit. Got me. Nice shot.
I can get them on my own. I ain't leaving your ass here.
Oh, so you can eat them even if they've already been killed by.
Look at this alien shit.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Think I'll hold out here.
Still got a couple more to get, dude.
Look at this alien shit.
That's funny, actually. See, it's behind you.
Unknown contact with future camo.
Where's that last one? bloody
Let's get moving, Voodoo. We're counting on you.
box.
They're over here.
What?
Voodoo 1, you have hostiles inbound.
Yes, Valley, you can see the Predator laser as the fire team, but I think there's a Predator ability where it's less visible.
All contacts eliminated.
Looks like
Or a
that guy was
perk.
the dealer.
That's what you'd call it.
Based
Perk.
on that notebook, the remaining relics have been sealed for shipment at the following coordinates.
He's nearby. So the rooftops of these buildings shake when he's on top of them. Push him down.
I think that's all of it.
I think we second winded him. Oh, balls. And then.
Glad you got here when you did. One?
I thought it was
You
supposed to be a one-time use. Mate, you sure you've not got a perk or something that lets you do it second? Okay.
God damn bucket.
Find that crate. It has to be here.
They got eyes on. Nothing to see here.
Can't risk breaking into the crate and steal. Put the transponder to it. We'll have it airlifted out.
Fucker! AO is clear.
Enemy reinforcements
Michael,
are inbound.
Mackay,
In that crate.
have you played as Predator? A couple of times, but... Oh. Above.
Over there! Keep it by the book, people. Don't want to fuck up.
We'll be taking turns while we're in the private server anyway, and having it. So everybody has a whack.
Oh, it's on me. Oh shit.
I'm reading the flatline. Keep it together, Voodoo.
Oh, can you do it, Aaron?
I'm gonna die to oh no, I'm gonna die to the people anyway. Oh. I was panicking because I had all the blinking AI.
You almost had it.
Go ram it. not very powerful. I don't know, to be honest.
It hit me a couple times, I think.
I tried using it when it was like one of the only unlocks I've had. Oh, we can change the map. Oh well, we're going derailed because that's what it stopped on. Yeah, I've been playing all morning. Mackay, near enough 12 and a bit hours over, I guess. Yeah, Alistair, this should bring in the super predators. You know, super predators, the berserkers, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, they should bring in more of the movie predators, and some more modes would be nice. You know, Predator vs Predator as a mode would be really interesting. When you get 5 secs, Caleb, I haven't read it up anyway, change your voice party settings, because I don't think people can hear your commentary. Do you think they'll make it available for PlayStation Plus? It is on PlayStation Plus.
I think they might mean.
Oh, do you get free games?
One of the free games. Yeah.
Oh.
Probably not for a while.
Yeah, especially as it's just come out. They want you to buy it.
Yeah, because I mean, Friday the 13th ended up being a PlayStation Plus game.
Oh, that's right. That was one of them.
Ago. There we go. Change the settings.
I do love my armour in this.
Yeah, they've got some good customization options for Predator for sure. Just being able to customise your dreadlocks is a nice surprise.
I love it. I love that so much.
Nice.
Get into that guy.
I like how it's like, it's quiet here.
Yeah. As the grave. Get rid of that. So bastards with it.
Which one are you using?
It's whichever the second one is you're going off. Oh, he's right here, shit.
Coming.
He's got the bow and arrow. this guy's going to be running. Run after him.
I was in the middle of the like fatality animation.
Yeah.
You rescued me.
Oh phew.
Oh shit, did he get you though?
No. I was like, oh wait, you're bleeding out.
The bow's super fun. The bow's super fun.
Yeah, I haven't
my
unlocked
ass
that
there.
yet. Yeah, I'd like run off chasing that guy down, and I was like, damn, I can't say I'll be back in a second, or he'll know I've run away.
To be fair, I think it was guaranteed you'd be showing up when I started.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. I think if this was me, the team I would kind of would have seen me instantly now. This has been my luck with the Predator. Oh, there he is. That looked like a bear trap. Yep.
Right. Oh shit.
He's up on this. Oh, he's behind me. Oh, damn. I got caught in the trap there. Uh-oh.
Ah, as if you'd knifed me to death. I hope that blows up in your face.
I've seen people saying that the knife guy's like, you can down the Predator in like 5 knife hits, which is crazy.
So, that bow is far better when you charge it. Got it! The bow's really nice, but you know, you have to charge it up. It's like the plasma caster.
Yeah. I wasn't noticing any kind of, you know, there's no like laser or anything like the plasma caster, so it seems like it might be the better choice for kind of ranged.
But I mean, at least there is some degree of splash damage from the plasma caster as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valley, I mean, that's a lot of comment people have made, you know, about seeing city and urban environments, but I really do understand what Ilphonic was on about in that Predcore wouldn't necessarily work in those kind of environments. I mean, not just purely from a traversal point of view, but with the camouflage as well, because the foliage acts as, you know, a bit of camouflage for the Predator when he's running. You going Predator or Ridjo?
Yeah, I haven't played as one yet, so I guess it's about time.
I feel like we could maybe do a tweak in the camouflage so it's a bit harder to spot as well. Like, it almost seems like they designed the effect so it's not exactly like it is in the movies, so that it can be easier to see at a distance.
See, not
because like even there, like I was looking in your direction and you weren't even moving very much, and I could see your outline when you were cloaked like really clearly.
Yeah, I think they've changed that a little bit, because when you weren't moving before, it seemed like it was a lot harder to see you, at least in the beta, the trial. Yeah, Catherine, an Arctic map could be cool, and maybe not necessarily like taking place in the Arctic regions, but a heavily snowed up jungle map or woodlandy map would work.
Hey Joe, welcome to the stream. To answer your question, I think Resident Evil Remake, the GameCube one, but the remastered version of that was eventually better. Probably my favorite Resident Evil game. And yeah, I would like to see like a third-person survival horror alien game. I think that's what Isolation was going to be before they made it.
It was
first
initially,
person.
yeah. Ready up, Rich up. There you go. I do love Rizzo, you know, the self-destruct. I do love that it is in this game, because that's something that the games have never really done a lot of.
To map out this network, we need to know what's coming in, where it's going.
What was
I mean,
that?
they did it in
Primal
Infiltrate the
Hunt.
village, bug it with a surveillance
Well,
package,
yeah. I mean,
connect
as
that
a
package to
player
sat
predator,
feed.
though.
That's true. I also like Resident Evil 7, Joe, even though fans are pretty split on that one. I loved it.
You
Oh,
were
yeah,
Resident
Resident
Evil.
7 was great.
Like for me, both Resident Evil 7 and Alien Isolation were top tier
Drop, go, go, go!
first person survival horror games.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
I don't think Isolation ever had a PvP, Frigis. I don't think that was ever mentioned. Not that I can remember, anyway.
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus. Move to location Alpha and stand by for
That would be
further
cool though,
orders.
like have a cooperative survival horror alien game.
Yeah, like something where the objectives require you to be in like different places at the same time, like, you know, maybe activating such and such to turn on a generator, but you have to be in different places so you can't
Yeah.
watch each other's back.
Yeah, that kind of stuff would really work. It's
Like
kind of
something that
like the
deliberately
early
is
moment
good,
from Isolation when, you know, you and Axel had to do something similar, and then
Yeah.
he gets attacked through the window.
Yeah.
Judging by the armed guards, I'd say that's the boss.
Because you
Take
could
him
almost
out,
do
grab
like
his
the
keys.
inverse of this, like where the Predator has the trees and the branches that only he can access. The alien could have like vents and, you know, crawl spaces under the floor that only he could access, you know, and maybe
Yeah.
you're walking over, you know, you're walking over one of those and you grab the
I've got
alien.
radios lighting
Pulled
up.
into a
They're
van.
gonna be looking for you, Fire Team.
Yeah, completely agree. That'd be an interesting route for them to explore with it.
One of those should open his personal room, where I'm guessing he keeps his ledgers and manifests. Grab the
Oh.
manifest and we'll identify
Well, that
which
was a
boat
foolish
to tag
moment.
with GPS. Plant the trackers on the following skiff.
Oh, is it?
That.
Reinforcements are on the way. Boats are tracking. Move on to visual surveillance.
Was that the pistol? It didn't look like there was any,
Yeah, that was the pistol.
yeah.
One more on the corner near you.
Yep.
That's all of it. Grab the mobile SATCOM and initiate the sync.
Oh, my life.
Yeah, and for a second I saw that laptop thing was like, oh, is this one of the tapes?
I think he's just stood in some water somewhere.
Yeah, definitely following this.
Best human weapon to kill a predator.
Stand by.
Ooh. I'm not sure. I mean, take the one I'm using at the minute is
Never have too much ammo.
targeting us. Was them.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be the most powerful one, but
Oh, what about this?
Oh, fuck. This mission's got a lot more complicated. Stay frosty, fire team.
Shit, they're covering it. Get them off the fucking objective! Just had that asshole!
I think he threw something down here. I'm not sure what that is. Oh no, it's the satellite. It's the it's the waves from the satellite.
What's that thing that we thrown down?
Out above. Phil. Ah.
First aid, use it. Got back my limit today.
Okay. Another bag over here if you need that.
Sync complete. Grab the SATCOM.
Grab.
Everything's in place
for
and
the road.
transmitting. Nice work, fire team. Make your way to the extraction zone.
Get out of here! Form up.
Catherine, have you not played Isolation at all? I feel like you've probably told us this in the past, but I'm still shocked that there's people out there who haven't. Ibuse Gibby thinks this game looks like trash.
It could use some work, but respectfully disagree. That's fun.
Yeah. Certainly looks and plays better on the PC, I think. But I think the same could be said of any game when compared to a console.
Yeah, you certainly wouldn't have to worry about the frame rate issues, I'm sure, on the PC.
Well, I
version.
think there's still some drop-ins.
Yeah.
It does sound like it's not a universally optimized
Yeah.
game.
Orders received. En
I
route
also
to
wasn't
extraction
supposed to
zone.
say too much.
Trying to escape. Stop now.
I think that's all of them. Keep it by the book, people. No more fuck-ups.
The chopper, we must
Yeah,
get to it.
Rizzo, there's plenty of ability to disrupt the foliage and stuff and get it to move around and shoot off trees and branches and stuff, which is really cool. Especially for like the predator. Oh, are you thudding? Is it?
Oh, he's running at you.
Ah!
Don't worry, he's got the Elder Sword. We're fine.
It does kind of suck. Oh man.
Yeah. Right.
The AI manages to down me. I always struggle to parry.
Can't stick around, boys.
Yeah.
You got 30 seconds and I'm
Damn,
out.
it's prioritizing reloading every gun instead of... Oh crap. Damn, no, I'm down.
Oh shit!
Go! Get to the chopper!
Valley hasn't played
damn it.
Isolation, but to be honest, Infestation on DS was the Alien game he might have played, or she, sorry, might have played the most. Infestation on the DS is another one of those underappreciated titles, you know, like Blackout, as far as I'm concerned. That game was so much fun.
Controls were great, where you could take cover behind boxes and fire over them and stuff.
Yeah, and it was one of those few bits back in the day that, you know, referenced the UPP, so I really appreciated that sort of deep dive.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like those kind of deep cut.
Yeah.
Music galore. I just love that, yeah, like Ridgetop hits you with the Elder Sword like 6 times and then
I
it's
know,
the AI.
it was so weak. I was expecting it to be like the combi stick, but no, I was like, why isn't this killing them?
Like, it feels worse than the wrist blades, because it has animation priority and it makes you exhausted like super fast.
Do you want to do Predator again,
Sure.
Caleb?
Is there a
or
quick
you, or
weapon
whatever, we'll do
switch
it.
Okay.
beyond the weapon wheel?
There's left on the D-pad is supposed to be switched to the previous weapon, but it doesn't work in the trees, which is another thing that's
Yeah, that was kind of confusing me there.
yeah. So like the Elder Sword, you have to manually equip it every time you leave the trees if you want to use it, because
Yeah,
you
that's
automatically put it away. Yeah. Like, I feel like they should just have it, you know, it's like, come on guys, like, given how fast you sometimes have to, like, jump down and switch weapons and do that, you don't want to be fumbling around with the weapon.
Yeah, there's got to be a quick switch.
Yeah.
Valiantly is also shouting out Thanatos Encounter on the Game Boy Color as another game that he enjoyed, and yes, that was another damn fun game. You know, back in the day when I couldn't carry around my PC in my pocket and play AVP2, I used to carry around my Game Boy Color and play Thanatos Encounter at my grandma's and stuff like that when I was forced out. That was such a fun game as well. I liked.
Yeah, can't say I ever played that one myself.
Oh man, it was brilliant. So you know, he had the 2 buttons. You know, he had A and B. Oh, we're all forgetting to ready up as we're chatting away. So it had the 2 buttons. It had A and B, and you could equip certain things in certain hands. So you could have like a motion tracker, but that meant you only had one hand for a gun, or you could go two one-handed guns, so walk around with a shotgun and a pistol, pressing both buttons and shooting both at the same time. Or you could have to have a 2-handed weapon, which I think the flamethrower was one, where you could only use the one weapon. That game was so much fun, mate. If you can find it, I recommend that. I kept my Game Boy Color purely for that game. I did finish that one. I finished that one, but I never finished the old Game Boy ones. You know, AVP Last of His Clan. I think I got about 3 missions into it. Alien 3 on the original Game Boy. I could never figure out what the hell it wanted me to do.
I remember seeing screenshots of the SNES version of that in magazines. I think it looked amazing.
What was the most recent Game Boy one, the side-scrolling one?
Infestation.
Yeah, that's the one I need to play.
Yeah. Catherine, that is a good choice. I mean, if it's free, why not get it? Jorwath Hamdawi asks, is it better than the beta? You know, we've talked a little bit about it, but yes, it is, I think, better performing than the beta. Certainly performs better frame rate wise, but there's still issues. You know, it's not quite there yet, but it's certainly better.
Hostiles have been confirmed in the area. Alert all camps and keep your comms open. Well, now the area knows we're here. Let's hope they don't find you.
Oh, he under me.
The captain operated out of a camp at these coordinates. I'm guessing the safe should be yours to find.
Adam's here.
an armored PMC.
We need to try and keep track of some of these spawn locations for the things, just in case they do tend to favour those areas.
Yeah. I remember the one they found in the Ilphonic dev video just before the trial came out was on the area overlooking the camp that's to the south of here. That little kind of sniper zone.
Trust me when I tell you to keep moving and stick together. We have a mission to complete.
Yes.
Ah.
There's them trees. Totally not putting on any mud right now.
The password on the token should be synced to the clock on the safe. Enter the password.
And welcome, Horror Fan Dad. Thanks for the subscriber.
Biometric scan.
Glad you're enjoying
Shit. Stand by, Voodoo.
in the game.
Technical says we can bypass the
Password is
biometrics if we interrupt the power to the safe.
EATME.
Destroy the camp generators.
I love that line.
I love that the guy's like, I'm sorry, what was that? Like,
Oh. You know, there are some genuinely funny moments in Resurrection.
Enter the password and trigger the time lock.
yeah. I mean, I'm always a fan of Jerome Perlman in anything as well, so he's always a plus for me.
Nothing to do now but wait it out.
I love the down here. It's coming up.
Yep. Oh shit! Right,
You gotta be serious. What the fuck? See, that was an instance where
you didn't have the weapon that you wanted.
I didn't have the weapon. Like, why can't I just use my melee weapon? Like,
yeah. It's like that's another reason why it feels like the wrist blades are better, because you can at least use those. Like if you have plasma caster equipped, you know, you just go down and press the right trigger without aiming it, and it just defaults to the wrist blades. You can't do that with the Elder Sword.
Stitch yourself up.
Help in there as well if you need it.
you guys got lucky. I'm such a bad Predator player. Granted, I've had a lot less experience with the Predator than the Fire Team.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know...
I think most people have, to be fair.
Yeah. It takes a while to just, you know, get used to the controls and what weapons do what damage and everything. Oh crap! Good work! Oh, I got a successful parry. One.
I just don't feel like it follows the parry through well enough.
Yeah, like, it's almost like you need a teammate there
to take advantage of him being stunned, yes.
Yeah, because you can't really do anything, like, you're kind of stunned as much as he is.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I had a match last night where I was one-on-one with a guy, and he clearly had the parrying down pat, because he parried me, like, 4 or 5 times in a row. And the only reason I was able to keep on killing him was because his teammates just didn't bother showing up. Like, he was parrying me non-stop and, like, eventually still lost.
Now you should be able to
because he
open
just
the
didn't
safe.
have anyone to help him. Like you said, it's like you need a teammate to be like, okay, you know, that was a parry, get him.
Take anything you find in there. We'll light up those files.
Valley, yes, get that game. Get Thanatos. It's totally worth it. Yeah, Catherine, the Resurrection book is so much better than the film, I think. I mean, Whedon's style isn't perfect, but it loses, the film gains, the story gains more when it loses Jeanette's style, I think. And I love the line where I think it's Jonah asks Ripley what happened when she ran into the aliens before, and she's like, "I died." I love that line and that delivery.
Yeah.
Frigidus asks if there's been any Alien Day news. We posted the official announcements about a week or so ago. There's nothing massive this year. But if you look in the comments of that post, I've also been sharing all the other bits and bobs we've been finding, like sales and oh, Adam, it was that company that you love that do good posters, Mondo. Mondo are doing some t-shirts and prints and stuff for Alien Day this year as well.
Yeah, they have those old Twitter icons as pins.
Yeah, he's on the ground.
Yep. Come on. Ah! I can't get the parry down. I manage it sometimes, but
Damn. Yeah, me either. I did it one time earlier, but that time, nope.
I'm just there spamming the knife button, hopefully getting it.
Yeah. Because the wrist blades especially are so fast that you can't really like wait.
Yeah. They do have these execution scenes so well polished though.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a different one. Oh shit. I haven't seen that one before. Snapped me over his knee.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
I remember that being one of the
Friday
kills on Alien.
Oh yes, no, in AVP 2010, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I got you guys. Just, I wasn't doing so good.
We're there fumbling over the bloody parries.
Yeah, exactly. Like, power, gotta power it.
Ooh, a motion detector?
Yeah.
Alright, somebody else can be the Predator then.
Oh, I'll do
I
it.
had my fun.
I'll do it as the streamer.
Sorry, I've barely been looking at the chat. I feel like you have to focus more playing as the Predator.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 'cause at least with the fire team you can be like, yeah, there's other people here, they can take care of anything that crops up.
I suppose that's
thank you
why
for
the
subscribing.
successful people have the stream moderators to read it out for you.
Yeah.
I used to have one, but she gets bored after about 5 minutes. Don't you get bored of being a stream moderator after about 5 minutes?
Joe, it's a little better than the beta, but it still has some issues that hopefully they will fix before too long.
Adam!
Oh, sorry. I was trying to catch up with the chat.
They're more interested in the playing. Oh crap, I left this on default. There we go. Change it. You know what? I'm so glad there's no aliens in this game. Like, you know, when we were talking about earlier with Mr. H showing up with the amount of Predator stuff, you know, when Concrete Jungle came around and it had that mission with aliens in it, it pissed me off so much because I'm like, can I just have one standalone entry for the Predator without the aliens showing up? And what I would love in this is aliens without the capital A. I'd love things like the River Ghost or the Grote, whatever, from AVP Extinction, or maybe some of the stuff from the comics, you know, those creatures that Ahab was hunting in Life and Fire and Stone. You know, I think that kind of stuff would be interesting in this. But just don't give me XX121s.
What about Wayland Industries? Would you not want to see that?
Keep that
show
shit out of here as well. You know, because we've only just got OWLF back. You know, that's been something that the expanded universe has not cashed in on enough.
Agreed.
So seeing that back, that's another reason I'm really looking forward to Stalking Shadows, because that's set in the aftermath of Predator 2, at least seemingly at the start.
But it leads up to this game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it leads up to this game, but it also seems to be the aftermath of P2. So whether it hops time frames, but
I did like that they changed some of the outro fire team, or just some of the outro cutscenes in this from the trial version to have like OWLF members showing up in.
Oh, in the helicopters, yeah.
Yeah,
I noticed that. They didn't show up in the trial.
Yeah, that was cool. I was like, oh sweet, they've got, you know, the gear that they have from Predator 2. Because that was another thing that, I mean, tangent slightly, but like bugged me about the Predator, was it seemed like all the soldiers that were going after the Predator were just like typical action movie jobbers, you know? Like at least OWLF were prepared with their thermal suits and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
all this kind of stuff.
You would have thought Stargazer would have been better prepared. But again, you know, that's one of the things that made the book so good compared to the film, because they felt, you know, more like they knew what they were doing in the book.
The book should have been the movie.
Still not quite there with the leaping.
Did you ever read the novelization of the movie itself, though, Aaron?
I did. That wasn't great.
That wasn't as good.
No, because they rewrote it to follow the rewritten
Thank
film.
you, Joe. Take care. Stay safe as well.
It's Joe going, alright mate, if you're going to work, you know, please do keep safe, you know, I know what you do. And very much appreciated, mate.
So I headshotted one of the bad guys and he literally screamed, "Ow!"
Oh, the head I used to have! It just reminds me of that Simpsons moment, Hans moment. Oh no, my brain! Oh, he's here, he's nearby.
Yeah, it's close. I don't think this game would be fair if you didn't have the Predator audio cues. Because then,
I feel like
no matter what...
they should definitely have them, but they could maybe do with dialing them back a little bit. Because there have been like videos I've watched of people playing on the fire team where the only time that they know a Predator is there is because of the
sound
audio.
cues.
Yeah, it kind of makes it hard for him to be stealthy. You know he's there, and so you're immediately like looking up at the trees. Speaking of up on trees.
Find computer.
Where computer is. The health there as well.
What's that?
Oh, damn, I was wondering what that distortion was.
Oh.
My bear trap.
Yeah, we're trapped as well.
Oh, he's shooting arrows. He's kind of east direction.
Oh, there's a bloody tree in my way.
Yeah, Okay, so there are red trails in the arrows. Like when you fire them, it makes a red trail. You can kind of tell the direction coming from. Okay, the game's had enough of us waiting, and it's just... I do kind of appreciate that, you know, if you just can't find something eventually, it's just like, look, here it is.
Just this random computer in this water village.
Yeah.
Oh, run!
Yeah, that's another thing. I almost feel like the ducking down is kind of useless because you make so much noise and, you know, the cloak is not super great. That ducking down to try and reduce the amount of noise you make and is just, it doesn't do very much.
Yeah. And I saw in the patch notes they actually reduced the noise the Predator made.
Yeah, yeah.
It still sounds loud as fuck.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I still haven't had any trouble hearing when he's nearby.
I had some really good shots on you when you were at that stuck on the bear traps, but there were a bloody tree in my way that I didn't realise because of the infrared.
Yeah, that's another thing that sucks. Like, I flat out gave up on that build just because I had two people dead to rights and I fired like 4 plasma caster shots at them and hit an invisible like branch or wall or something. I was like, okay, I'm just going to run on this off this way.
I gotta say, it is really hard to see in infrared as well, just where you're going in general.
Real close.
Yep, right by me.
Yeah.
Hi!
Ah, not today! That parry, that one parry I got saved me.
Nice.
Holy shit. There we go.
Alright.
Okay, let's get going. Put some mud on as well. I'm just gonna throw some ammo down too. Back.
I haven't even managed to kill any AI with the bloody bow this match.
Does it do a lot of damage?
Yeah, if you get a charged one.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. There is actually a mission objective over here then. Somewhere I didn't think it would be really used that much. I think he's on the roof. Yeah, he's here. He's running around. You can hear him. Big stompy footsteps. That's a good idea. Oh, on the ground! Ah! Oh wait, it's not blow them up, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too.
Oh, he's here again.
Oh, damn!
Ow. Oh, couldn't parry that.
Man. Yeah, he got that bow shot on me.
Yeah, going on me too.
Yeah, I seems to beast you. Where are you?
Can I have this trophy? Yeah, like I feel like even though the AI is obviously not the main threat, it would be good if it did a little bit more damage to the fire team, just so they had to, you know, there's a little bit more of a distraction.
Well, it feels like it does a good enough job against the Predator.
Yeah, definitely when you like jump down one of those kind of wave type sections. Like, just the AI can rip you to pieces if you're doing a plane.
See, the bow is really good when you get that charge shot off like that.
Yeah. I had no more health, like I used my last syringe after you like second winded that one time. I was on like, one more hit would have killed me, like if I hadn't knocked you into second wind right when I did. You would have downed me for sure.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought it was I thought you were the one I downed because you had the mud on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Catherine, it is Pred Stompy. Yeah, the original novel, movie novel for the Predator is very interesting because it's so different. Although half of them are wildly racist towards Dylan and Mac, which is feels very awkward. But from the Predator side being quite different, you know, that's a very interesting read.
Yeah, just going back to what you were saying earlier as well about introducing aliens in, that would be, you know, a good way to bring in, like potentially, you know, the hunting planet from the Predators.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like, hey, how, you know, have the Predator hunting aliens, and then you don't have to worry about it being like, how do we get the chopper to give them the extraction in outer space?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
you could get rid of the chopper and just have it be like
the Predator
you
drop
find
ship.
a Predator ship,
Yeah.
just like the movie.
Yeah.
It's programmed to go back to Earth or something.
I feel like they'd be missing a treat if they didn't do the preserved planet.
Yeah, and they've already got a ton of jungle assets, obviously. So
Yeah. But there's only so many ways you can keep a jungle
yeah,
kind of fresh.
You just put big planets in the sky. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if thinking
that, like,
as
kind
well
of
as the
drill
skybox.
machine.
Yeah, there's the drill, there's
Guerrilla forces
the
are buying
the
massive
Predator
fuel
cam.
shipments from an elusive
You've got
black
things
market
like
contact.
the dropped cages, like the River Ghost was found in.
This should disrupt
Perhaps a
operations
waterfall
in the
that you
area
could
for the
actually drop
foreseeable
off of
future.
this time,
Once
instead
the
of just
fuel's
being
been
like
dealt
the edge
with,
of the map.
find the black
and
market
we can
operative and take him off the board.
Hello, Jimmy Lee. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, because I always loved that in licensed games and stuff when they were like direct nods to whatever the license was. They were just like small little things. Like, oh, hey, that's that bit from that one scene. Oh,
Yeah.
that's from that part where he does that. You know.
Fire team, let's go. Good luck out there.
Is it actually a bug that the Jungle Hunter skin like burns through energy super fast? Because I've seen a lot of I've noticed that, and a lot of people are saying that, and he definitely does burn through it a lot quicker than the regular Hunter class.
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus.
I've not actually
Move to
played as
location
him.
Alpha and track down
I've
the
been
last
playing
fuel
as
shipment.
the game's unique stuff. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
at least on the forums, there's been people complaining about it.
Yeah. He absolutely burns through energy. Don't know if that's intentional or not.
Sorry, I'll catch up.
Shh, don't let him know we split up.
Well, he hasn't found us yet.
No, but I know you spawned at the waterfall. Because that's another thing that it seems like it's a good idea to do as a predator. If you get that target scan that shows a dot, like just bring up the mini-map and, have a look at all places.
Oh, fuck. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
Oh, there you
Hey,
are.
Frosty, fire team.
Adam!
I'm here, I'm here. Whoa!
What is it?
Hey, may have been a mistake.
By the way, Jimmy Lee, since Catherine commented, I took a snoop at your channel, and it looks like you have some cool unboxing stuff. I have a few of the high-end toys ones myself that I need to open.
He just tried to net us. Have you pulled off a vertical nail him to the floor yet?
Yes, once. Hey,
Oh, did you just do it now?
Yep.
But you get an achievement for cutting away a teammate's head.
How many of these guys are there? Unknown contact using camo.
Oh, where's he at? Where's he at? I don't know how I haven't gotten the mud objective. Or trophy.
It took me a good while to do it.
What's that one for? Mudding
Fire
up a
team,
certain
remember
number
to
of
complete your
times.
mission.
50
Yeah.
times, yeah.
Oh!
Look for a shipping manifest or any other tracking information that can confirm that these are the tanks we're looking for.
Well, that's not what I meant to do, but okay. Okay, that's actually...
Get this on the radio channel. They know you're there.
Now, all of China knows we're here.
Oh no.
I've still never
All right,
brought one
find
of the
something
high.
Yo,
that
wait. You wanna give me some help real
high
quick?
enough to
Here.
bust through the tanks.
First aid kit.
Thank you.
Patch up.
Oh, it's gonna...
Kill us though, because I said that, yep!
Thank you!
Jimmy, we are playing on PS4, although we may need to get this for PC, because it runs a little better. Or a lot better.
What we're doing now, researching.
Oh, I am gonna die again.
An IED will do just fine. Place the charge and set the timer.
Oh shit. No! Bastard! Go after him!
Flatline. Keep it together, Voodoo.
Stop going after me!
I'm sorry, I just went for who was face on the floor. With a computer, whatever you were doing.
Looks like the guards missed their check-in. You have hostiles inbound.
Yeah, the regular hunter's energy, after playing a lot as jungle hunter, regular hunter's energy definitely does not deplete nearly as fast. Can confirm.
Sending him back up. I just found a way to get you guys some help. Marking your map.
Yay, thanks. Oh, he's gonna get you.
That's not him, that's his sniper.
I can hear him, he's close.
Not happening. I've triangulated the source of that transmission. Sending coordinates now.
You said ow again, it's so great.
Ah! Oh, did you get me
ran
vertically
right
again?
into that. Oh, he's going easy on you.
It's toying me, yeah.
He's killing us one at a time.
Found another bug. The player view screen, since I'm dead, is like sideways. That's a new one.
Oh wow. It's an interesting glitch. You do that. Oh, eat a pig for a free heal.
Oh, is it? Is he it?
Yep, I'm here. Thank you.
No, I meant the bad guy, Mr. Predator.
Black market operative is on site. Let's take him out.
Coming this way. Nothing to see here. All contacts eliminated.
Kill confirmed. Not a bad day's work, fire team. Let's bring you home.
Let's get to the exfil point. Over there! Whoa!
Damn. Was that the pistol?
No, the regular fighting faster. Oh, that was a mistake! Cancel, cancel, cancel!
Get him bridged up.
Almost got him. Damn.
Somebody help me!
Yeah,
Those grenades
I was,
piled up on you nicely.
yeah, they really did. I went for that claim and I was like, oh, that's a lot of grenades I got.
Were they just the normal grenades?
Yeah, I just threw all three of them right at him because I knew he was going to try and get you right there.
Dude, that did a lot of damage. What is this? Ah, hold to cancel. Shit! No, I had to cancel.
Get it, Aaron. Defuse it.
Ah, well, if it let me bloody...
I like the laughter as well.
Can we both attempt to defuse?
Yeah.
I think you can. Which is another thing I thought was
Oh no, what was on the last one? That was the right one!
Yeah. No survivors again.
Jimmy, the wait times have been not great, but it seemed to have got
Variable.
worse the more players we added to the party. We've just been playing privates to get around it at the minute, so it's just been pissing about, I suppose, more than anything.
Dedicated servers, please.
Mm,
Every game, forever.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it worth the purchase, Carl Jones asks? Can we really say at this point?
I mean, if they fix everything up in the next little bit, I would say yes. And if they keep a good content flow, I would also say yes.
I mean, end of the day, if you're a Predator fan that's going to buy it regardless, you're going to buy it regardless. I mean, we were.
That question is dependently on how much of a fan you are.
I mean, there's certainly issues, but I mean, there's a reason we're not going to be reviewing this for another week or so, to give them a chance to put out those early patches and hopefully announce some plans and stuff.
Alright, I want to be Predator. Okay. You guys.
What map shall we do? Let's do Derailed. We haven't done much of that.
So many choices.
Sarcasm much?
Yeah. Yeah, it was something I was a bit worried about after Friday the 13th, and was like, hey, yeah. A bit disappointing, but not entirely surprising that there were 3 maps.
I bought Friday the 13th because I was super excited for their Jason X map. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna do a spaceship map? That's so cool! Because of that stupid lawsuit.
Yeah. Did you at least see like the tiny bit of it in the virtual cabin that they had?
I saw a video of it on YouTube. I haven't unlocked that myself, but yeah, that was a shame. And I was hoping this game would have something like the virtual cabin, like a little.
I mean, it might still come down the line.
Yeah.
I mean, OWLF is a frame for like getting stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. Like have OWLF facility or something that you can walk through and. Yeah,
like a storehouse of replica of all the encounters and stuff that they know about. Oh, it's me not readying up this time.
Copious use of Alan Silvestri theme is a very good thing.
Three high-ranking Stargazer operatives have been moving through the area, completing ops with a concerning success rate. Our intel on the 3 is spotty, but we do know they've employed extreme and violent methods to carry out
when they said that they were changing, in the patch notes, that they were changing the spawn points dependent on the mission, I just thought it meant it would automatically give you
a spawn. That's what I assumed, but no, it just blanks out the other ones that are further away, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just you just get one less spawn point, which seems weird because if you've got 3, you might as well have 4. But good that you can still choose the spawn.
So Jimmy was saying he noticed they changed the audio of the Predator laugh from the beta. In the beta it sounded like a direct clip from the film, but now it sounds a tad different. Has anybody noticed that?
I can't
say I noticed. So.
I don't even remember hearing a laugh in the beta. It was something they just added for the full release.
I mean, these Predator models are so nice. They really just need
They are gorgeous. It's so satisfying to watch the Predator in motion in this when you're playing it.
The match that I just finished, just when you sent the invite, I had my mask blown off and managed to kill the last 2 people, and so it gave me that last cutscene where the Predator's holding the skull and roaring without the mask.
I think I've bagged my limit.
And I had to save that video because that looked really cool, just being able to see his face roaring without any kind of mask obscuring it.
I was thinking it'd be interesting to be able to play without the mask as like a hard mode, where you don't have like the vision and stuff.
Just shoot the lock off. That's him. Take him out. Careful, Voodoo One.
I almost wonder if it
Examine
might
that
be too hard
container
though,
with
given how
extreme
much.
caution. It's an IED.
Oh shit!
Get the fuck out of there! Go, go,
Oh,
go!
Like, given how much stuff relies on it.
Damn, that's vicious.
Like even
But how did they know we were
like the
there?
laser for the plasma caster.
Find out how they saw
Yeah,
us.
but I mean, they could get away with that. Like Predator 2 has it as a mounted on the actual cannon.
Back my limit.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, for greyback, I mean.
that would be cool. Get like different plasma casters with that kind of stuff.
I checked the camera
It'd be nice.
feed and ping it through.
Again, you know, it'd be nice for the different modes. Not modes, models. So you know, you could have the AVP's ridiculous big ass shoulder cannons
Yeah.
and you know the P2 style and stuff like that.
Double time
Yeah,
the fire
definitely. I really like the way the one, the City Hunters one, sort of slides up and around his shoulder.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very cool. And yeah, he is. Oh, he's on the roof.
Unknown contact.
See.
He's got a
team.
net
Trust me
gun.
when I tell you to keep moving and stick together. We have a mission to complete.
Yeah, with the net gun ridge top, like it has kind of an arc to it. So the further away the target is, like the more you want to kind of aim it above them.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah,
There.
definitely
him.
a tricky
He's a
one to
target.
use the further away. Further away they are. He's definitely following us.
Oh, he's not. He's going in completely the wrong direction.
I don't have.
Where's the marker? I can't.
Yeah, I don't have. I was just about to say. I hope this is just on my screen because I don't have the marker anymore. Kill the second PMC.
Oh, hang on. Down there.
Ah,
Come
yeah.
on, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Tango down.
Okay, so the area on pilot. Intruders have been spotted in the vicinity. Expect more resistance. They know you're here now.
Oh, he's up there. Rock,
All
just
contacts
drop down.
eliminated.
Flashbang out.
Yeah, I do not know where we're supposed to be going.
You're supposed to be killing a dude who's
Yeah.
not here, apparently.
Oh, he's on the ground.
Eyes open, motherfucker.
Well, this is the first time the objective's bugged out on.
Yeah, for both of us. I also seemingly can't interact with this, which is one I remember being in the.
Oh no, I
beta.
can't either actually. Oh.
Unknown contact. Use camera.
Somebody was saying on Ilphonic's boards, you know, it'd be nice to have in the scoreboard like a feature where you can see how much damage everybody's done to the
Yes.
Predator.
Yeah, I saw that. I definitely would like to do that. I'd like to have that because, as the Predator, there have been matches where I felt like I'm like, how much damage did I really do? Did I do any? Like, were they on their last round, or did I do nothing? So yeah, actually see those numbers would be good.
I'm getting the same problem you are, Aaron. It's like hitting the branches when it should be going through them.
You cauterize the flesh off of a man, but not through a branch.
Over here.
I almost feel like our only choice
guys
is to
lost?
hunt
Get back to the
rooftop down
mission.
now.
It is at this point.
We can't do the
Oh, hang
mission.
on. There's something on the map down.
Yeah, you're right. Oh wait, that's a diamond icon all the way back there?
Oh no, it's the alarm, but I can't interact with it, and I can't.
Oh, I already disabled it.
Okay.
Maybe why. There's a stuff here underneath this guy's dead body that I can't. Okay, I moved it.
What else? There's a circle on the map. Is
Maybe
that
it was-
no? It's the health. It's the health thing I marked earlier.
Yeah. Oh, he's back with the net gun. Oh, I see him. He's over there.
Hang on. Okay, you just.
Yeah.
You're a good masher.
This way.
Experience with the mashing.
Hit those damn branches again.
Yeah, especially when the thermal vision also can't go through the branches. I feel like the
God damn
infrared
it.
sometimes
Not good.
screws the
Not
predator over
good.
as much as it helps.
Stitch yourself up.
I got the interaction working again.
See it.
Can you do your objective now?
No. We still don't know where he is.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was marked over here, wasn't it? Like
It was, yeah.
why we came here, and then just gonna check this building back here. Right. Like, I wonder if he's even spawned in. Just finding ammo crates as well around. You know, because I've got not a lot of ammo left.
Getting muddied up.
Real close. Oh, right here!
I need help.
Patch yourselves
Oh,
up.
and then he what? Do you know what he did after I parried him? Then
What? Just
it brought
immediately
out my
hit me.
medipack,
Oh no.
and then when I went to trigger, it threw a med pack at him. It's like, here, mate, you patch yourself up.
you healed at him. Oh, I got the backbreaker.
Keep it together, Voodoo.
Oh, nice.
Voodoo, do
Oh,
you
hand
copy?
in through the stomach.
What about, like you said earlier, hardcore mode with Predator where there's dogs from the latest film? No dogs from the latest film, but hellhounds from Predators I would be happy with.
Yeah, same.
It's
fun. That was fun, even if it was bugged. Sorry, guys.
You put us out of our misery.
Holy shit, I'm at level 49? I haven't even noticed how far I've gone up.
Yeah, I was surprised that they kept the earning XP in private matches.
I'm glad they did. I'm glad they did.
Yeah, it's good.
Because
Yeah,
this
ton of
game,
stuff.
I'm sure in a couple of years' time, will eventually get to the point where this is the only way to play it. So
Yeah, probably.
Kyle meant the hellhounds from Predators, not.
He's like, of course, I'm not a crazy man.
What map did we just play?
Derail.
Who wants to be Predator?
I don't mind, I'll give you another go if you don't.
Okay.
See? You guys don't?
Should we try and find some full matches after this?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Oh, it's Bridgetop we're waiting on. It's always Bridgetop.
Sorry, I was just accepting a request for our PlayStation community. By the way, if any of our viewers would like to join that, just search for Alien vs. Predator Galaxy on the PSN communities.
Still need you to ready up that FB plug.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Valley never saw the Predator. Honestly, he's going to keep it that way, or she, sorry, unless they're desperately bored. I would say watch it, but watch it up to the point with the Stargazer lab, and then turn it off.
Yeah. Can you imagine that the Predator broke free and ran off to hunt people to his leisure and
Yeah, exactly.
And help humanity.
Yeah.
Was that even mentioned at that point? Because
No,
I always felt
just
like it was
slapped
dropped in
on
at the end.
ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made zero sense.
It very much felt like a rewrite, like you could feel the rewrites and the reshoots and all that kind of stuff. Like you said, he's here to help humanity after he's killed half of it.
That film was such a damn mess.
I'll let you guys know I'm trying the Dithered Lens perk that makes the plasma caster laser less visible. So
It'd be interesting to see how well that works.
you can, see how well that works or doesn't work, as far as that being maybe the worthwhile.
Look who we're waiting on again.
Fuck, how many times does this game need me to ready up?
How many times do I have to tell you to watch the bastard screen?
A known narcotics manufacturer has shifted their resources into research and development, producing a number of experimental drugs. We need to halt production before any working prototypes hit the market. Your orders are to wipe any internal data they might have, while planting a Trojan into their system that
How
will
do you have
continue to destroy
Predator
new
and
records after
Predators
you're
but
gone.
not Predator
Be sure to
2?
destroy any
Valley,
shipments
what
of
are you
experimental
doing?
drugs on your way out.
That's just crazy.
I need to have me a marathon, watch all the 4K transfers, because I haven't seen them yet.
I watched Predator 2 quite a few times recently when we spoke to Wyatt. That one's quite freshly burnt in.
Have you seen the 4K transfers at all yet, Aaron?
No, I don't have a 4K telly or a 4K player. We've been through this. British people aren't as rich as Americans.
They're not. That's not true. They're not too pricey these days. Just go to Costco. You guys have Costco over there, right?
No.
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus. Make your way to the radar camp
No?
with the following
No Costco
coordinates.
in the UK?
No. Is that a Walmart owned thing or is that different?
No, it's different. It's a big wholesale store, but you can get
Oh, it's wholesale. We might have something similar. I can't remember what it's actually called now, but I don't know if they ever sold tellies. Jimmy finally got a game. Jimmy, why don't you just come and join us, mate?
Well. Voodoo, it looks like the stakes have been raised. Keep moving and stick together.
No, come on. think that's all of them.
I see one of you. Where's the other? Oh, that's Ridgetop.
Technical says we need to plug these drives into 3 separate access points to download and wipe the entire system simultaneously.
You bloody clown.
The old grenade at the feet maneuver.
Now they know you're in the area. Keep your head down.
Oh. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? There we go. Okay, Jimmy's going to join us after this one.
Yeah, cool.
I think he knows we're here.
It's coming in.
There was no time to counter the intrusion alarms.
Creeping.
One you've got incoming.
Mark it.
Whoa!
Found the pistol, not very good.
Now they've set the alarm.
Those AI guys seem to provide a good distraction there.
Certainly are for this bit. Come on, you son of a bitch. No!
Oh no!
Skull first.
No, I'm not here. I'm hiding. Oh. Oh, it's doing the over the knee one.
A silent flame.
Alright, Jimmy man, do you want to send us a friend request then, mate, and I'll drop you in.
Yeah, I sent one to you as well, Ridgetop, just in case it makes.
I don't know why you haven't bothered. You pair haven't friended up yet.
Yeah, I don't know how much damage I was doing to the with the plasma pistol. You guys there, but it didn't feel like very much. Whoever I was hitting with it.
You know, I didn't even think to check. I mean, if it...
I think it was me.
It's on the screen at the minute, mate. CPL Hicks. CPL as in Corporal. 2310. I'll leave it on the screen now for you to see, and then we'll... we'll invite you into the private one.
I am going to leave the private match real quick so I can adjust my loadouts.
Okay.
And grab a drink. I will be right back.
Okay. You just wait for Jimmy to get in.
Yeah, it would be good if you could have the predator dogs almost like on a cooldown, something you press a button and they, you know, AI dogs swarm the fire team, you know. Kind of like
Yeah, there's like a way to see where they are as well.
Yeah, and it might help, you know, try and separate them just like in the movie, you know, to
that.
Because it's like I found as, you know, playing the Predator last night that if the fire team sticks together, you're kind of screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not a lot you can do. You know, you just kind of have to hope that they don't spot you, which is already really tough, and then that you're able to, like, you know, get someone that wanders off.
I completely agree. Completely agree. Okay. Jimmy, you're gonna have. I don't know which one's you. You're gonna have to send me a message. Because I just got a friend request. I don't know if it's you. I don't know what your game tag is. What's the early bird trophy? As the predator kill the entire fire team before they complete their main mission. That's fair. Alright, let's just add Jimmy to the party then. Oh, I've got to suggest him again. Where are you? Where? Yep. Oh. This is very true. Yeah. I need to invite you back into the game, don't I?
Was the plasma caster sight of the laser like any more difficult to see at all?
If you were the one nailing me under the dish, then it was still noticeable.
Yeah.
Ridgetop, I've suggested a party invite for Jimmy.
Okay.
Who wants to be the predators?
I would like to be.
Whoops. Yeah, I kind of figured it would still be probably fairly visible. Might have to switch that out for something more useful.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Yo.
Hello.
Hey.
If you haven't already, you might need to set your party settings to allow your voice to be shared on the stream. Otherwise, it won't pick it up.
Ooh, okay. Let me do that.
And that is just in the party settings. I think in advanced settings, allow audio to be shared.
Allow
it's
the
on always
man
allow.
to hear everything you say.
What's this? It's so that the watchers get all the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I'm good.
Sweet.
Well, at least this will be
Do you
slightly
wanna-
more.
Yeah. Jimmy, do you want to have a go on the Predator after this one?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Sounds
It's
good.
the beauty of the private games. We can actually rotate and not take 3 years.
Yeah. This is going to ruin us for matchmaking when we have to go back to that.
Yeah.
But in theory, game night should be a lot easier now since we only need 5 people.
Yeah. I mean, hell, right now we'd only need one guy to play the Predator in a random match.
I'm trying to hit up my friend to join us, Mr. Nostromer.
I just, for some reason, I was trying to think of appropriate alien quotes there to go with this, and the only one I could think of was like, Ripley waking up. It's like, yeah, the matchmaking took a little bit longer than you might be used to. How long? 57 years. Yeah.
You've been waiting 57 years.
You were in matchmaking for 57 years.
And then skits out. Funny. I'm sure they'll improve it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it a few days, I'm sure.
I will say it's been better than it was in the trial, at least on the Predator side.
Oh yeah, the first day of the trial was rough. Yeah, it's definitely better.
It don't help when everybody wants to specifically play the Predator, does it? Because that's what holds it up as well. I don't care what I'm playing as long as I'm playing.
Yeah. I definitely prefer playing as the Predator, and not just in this game, but like I've got Dead by Daylight as well, and I always kind of prefer playing the killer. Like Evolve,
I played a little bit of that one on Xbox. I think that's like the most played asymmetrical multiplayer game right now.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be like the one that's mostly got it right. You know, there's a lot of issues. It's into its like 4th year or something, and it's still adding new content and really popular. So it's definitely addictive enough to keep people sticking around.
Yeah, I'm glad they because during the beta, the frame rate on my end was god awful, but it seems to be fixed for the most part.
Yeah, I mean it's still not perfect, and it's much better on PC. Like if you look down at the ground while you're running, it's 60 frames a second, but if you look up, it goes down a bit. But yeah, in the trial, once there were a bunch of explosions everywhere, it would really get choppy.
It was like 10 frames a second in the trial. Sometimes it was pretty awful. But like you said, it's definitely not what I'd call great, but it's better than the beta for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a lot of stuff to press on this one.
I've still been looking for those audio logs.
Yeah, I was just looking at them as well.
Still only found just one.
Yeah, I still haven't found those either.
I'm like, in a mission and waiting for the Predator to arrive. I keep forgetting that there's a thing that could be anywhere. You used to go and sort of waypoint to waypoint.
Man, this shotgun is like, this thing can work long distance.
Yeah, I really like the feel of the shotgun. It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
I'm hearing stuff thinking around. Oh, yep. He's up in the trees with the bow. There he is.
Oh gosh, she has the bow.
Yep, oh, he's on the ground.
Ah!
Oh, there.
Whoa, I'm stuck in bow mode.
You're just walking around on the ground.
Yeah, it stuck me locked into the bow.
That sucks.
Gotta stop the bleeding.
I love that laugh.
Die, Ridge Top.
Disarm.
Damn it.
Yes!
Ah,
Yay! Got the trophy.
I didn't get it. I almost got it. That's
Yeah.
cool that you can both hack at the same time.
Well, I think you
Oh,
can
you
do.
can
I think
defuse-
everything can
You
do
can
that.
defuse at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I mean, diffuse, not hack.
It's all the
Probably
same.
hard to hack Predator Tech.
What is this?
Not really. I mean, Traeger was able to get the shoulder cannon working in
Not
space of
very
5
well.
minutes.
Roundabout kind of way. Yeah, and then screwed up like the easy part where it's just don't have it ever be able to aim right at your head.
That was so funny.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow, what happened?
Oh, wow. I didn't pay attention to my health. I didn't know it was that low. He probably stuck me with the bow and I didn't notice.
I kind of wanted to let you run away there as well once you, because yeah, I saw you just kind of slowly shuffling across the ground, like with your, you know, with the bow and arrow pointing out.
I wanted to run away, but he wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, be like that then.
It's the ghost of Peter Keys looking down from on high and giving us a lot of approval.
That were a bit of a shit game for me.
Yeah,
Oh, I
wanna
got the
try-
scar.
You wanna go again? Because that is a little
Ooh, red dot sight, sweet.
That's fine, Jimmy. You can have a go, bud.
Alright, heads up, I suck as Predator.
All the better for us.
yeah.
I was so used to working with the combi stick.
Yeah.
Now it's rough, yeah.
And even that's been nerfed according to those patch notes.
Oh,
It was beastly, to be fair. Let's be honest.
It was.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how nerfed it is. Like, hopefully it'll still be viable. Cause,
It's still pretty good.
yeah. It was like also one of the only things you could really use if the fighting was really grouped up.
Yeah, I just like it because it can work long range, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I really like
with
that. Yeah.
Because if I'm working with like the wrist blades or the elder sword or whatever, and I'm chasing somebody, it's basically useless because
Yeah.
the combi stick, you can just poke them from a distance. It's so much better.
How's the disc control now? Is it any better? Because I didn't like it in the beta.
Oh, I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, maybe just unlocked it playing all these private matches.
Somebody tried it earlier. I'm sure they did. Was it you,
Yeah,
Rich Top?
It wasn't me.
No, I haven't tried the disc yet.
Fair enough.
I did see someone using it on a stream and it looked easier to control.
Yeah, it was rough to handle in the beta.
Rage Top, ready up.
Shit, sorry.
Normally, narcotics wouldn't be on our radar, but we've been receiving troubling intel on a number of unidentified substances being trafficked in the
I wonder
area.
if the one
The
that
samples
I'm
we've
just
recovered
like
have
reading the
dangerous
description
chemical
and trying to think
compositions
where
with unknown
I
effects
think this
for
is going to
purposes we
send
don't
us.
yet
I wonder if the one that's
understand.
closest
Your
is
orders are to gather
the one
any
that we
and all
don't
intel
have
on their
to choose
formulas
rather than
and
it's like
destroy
right
them
next to it.
and their latest shipment of narcotics.
I thought the idea was to put you closer to it, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay, so I'll see in a second when the icon pops up, show us where we gotta go.
I wonder if down the line you're able to unlock the jungle hunter skulls, like the bandolier skulls.
The necklace.
Yeah, the
I haven't seen that one. I've just seen a couple individual skulls.
Yeah, the skulls are just on your belt. But again, I mean, you got to give them props in that Ilphonic's been listening to what folk are after. So I mean,
yeah,
throw
cool.
it up.
Just like having being able to put some trophies on your belt was another one of those cool customization things that I wasn't expecting.
I do hope they add more though. I mean, 3's a little slim pickings.
Yeah.
As surprising as the idea is.
I need to visit their forums. I haven't checked it out yet.
I spent most of today on there.
Yeah, I was.
Turn that place inside out. I want every
A lot
formula
of
they
people
have.
saying, the kind
Can't leave
of
anything
the
behind.
stuff you'd expect, like issues people are having with the game.
Marked an armored camp station.
We have intruders in the area. Be on the lookout. Shoot anything that moves. By the sounds of radio chatter, they know something's up. Be careful.
That's all of it. Keep it by the book, people. No more fuck up.
Yeah, this was where I thought it was going to send it. To pay attention to the other maps this time. See if that's the case.
I've just got one.
There's a weapon crate over here with a sniper rifle inside. What's that? That is just there. Oh, apparently can't ping that.
There's a terminal nearby. Give me remote access so I can wipe it and the rest of their network.
No. We want it all for ourselves.
Fire team, this is going to trip intrusion alarms. Expect heavy incoming.
No man, we've seen Breaking Bad. We want wacky drug-related hijinks. We've got the lone guard that's going to check out where his buddies are. He's joined them.
Go sleepy, boys.
Yeah, he's joined them. In hell! It's kind of weird how some of these waves of enemies seem, really intense.
Ridiculous, yeah.
And then others are just like, here's two guys. Like this one, it's like, are we going to get any more people? There's a couple coming
Oh yeah,
now.
there's a fuck ton coming down here.
Yeah. Oh, see ya. I'm really faster.
Tell me what's out there.
Ammo here.
Ammo here.
Thank you.
Anyone there?
Fresh
Some health
bandages
there.
here.
Might as well.
Seems to be taking its time though.
Yeah, I was
Shipping
gonna say,
records
it feels like
indicate
it's
a
really
recently
done.
purchased shipment is waiting for its buyer. Let's make sure they never get it.
He's still around.
Mm-hmm.
Soon.
Oh my
The
god!
second one.
Oh man, I got glitched in the tree.
Yeah, I saw you. I think you were ducked down, and it wouldn't. You
Yeah, it wouldn't
couldn't
let me. Yeah, it
That's
wouldn't let
happened to me
run.
before. Yeah.
That's yet another reason why I feel like ducking down in the trees is not kind of worth it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I would have just not shot you if I knew you were stuck.
You're good. Come on, Jungle Hunter. I thought you were more experienced. You know, it's
Well,
like
no, according to Anderson, is a toddler.
Ammo crate over here. You want it?
Rich Top, where's my OWLF recording?
I'm telling you, they're random spawns, man. They gotta be.
Oh, is this where you found it before?
Yeah, it was right in this room down here.
Like you said, definitely good to at least remember the points where it can spawn.
Check the area. It should be here. Technical came back with the disposal analysis. Agreed to
One
burn
of these
this
are
shit.
always up here in the base.
Just try not to breathe it in.
Haha, that's so funny. If you get too close to the drugs while it's burning, a little effect happens.
Oh, really?
Well, he's like, try not to breathe it in, so I'm like, I gotta stand right next to it and see what happens.
You getting hard? Oh, it's nearby.
I don't know, maybe that's supposed to be a fire effect, but yeah, it does look like you're just hiding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have any more health medkits?
Yeah, I'll drop one down in a sec. Where are you?
Yeah, up here.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
parry! Where were you guys to take advantage of my parry?
I was trying to heal myself.
Rich Top, no!
Damn it.
Cocky.
And he
cocky.
said he was shit as a predator.
5 team members down.
I thought he was
like-
gonna run off to heal because I almost had him. I was too soon to
Flatline. Keep it together.
let him go.
He's a war hunter. Anyone left? Hello.
Iron's pumping.
Fire team.
Nice.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, I've unlocked the A12. Even though it's the
I think
worst
I've
of the
unlocked-
shotguns.
I think I unlocked the class. Scout, sweet.
Yeah, I was underwhelmed with it in the trial.
It does have the least damage output, but I think it has the highest rate of fire.
Yeah, guess that makes sense.
Look, I remember in Battlefield when that thing would kill the sun.
Yeah.
Frag grenades. Who wants to go Predator again?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Welcome back, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Oh. Huh, what Kush? Welcome to the stream, man. Or woman. Did.
Have you looked through the digital art book yet, Aaron?
I've not, no. But I think
I
it's
haven't
mostly
looked
the
at that.
stuff that they had at the
Oh, there's some new stuff.
packs. Is it? Okay.
It is mostly that stuff, but there's some new stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to check that out as well.
What Kush is asking how bad the servers are. It's not the servers, it's the matchmaking. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just easier when there's this many of us just to play in a private game anyway.
Yeah.
And Dan asks if the game's worth the buy. I mean, if you're a Predator fan and you're gonna buy it anyway, then just buy it. But I mean, if you want to wait for it to sort of iron out a bit. You know, give them a week, give them a couple of days to get those early snags out of the way, hopefully. And I mean, watch some streams, see how people are taking to them, see if it's getting any better in your eyes. Anyway, sorry, I was talking over you, but what were you saying?
Who, me?
I don't know. I think I felt like I was talking over somebody getting the chat stuff in.
No, what I was gonna say that from my experience with matchmaking, it's definitely quicker to get in if you pick your preferred fire team. But it definitely takes a lot longer to get in as Predator, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just choose don't care. I mean, normally puts you in as a fire team member anyway, but you get in.
We don't know exactly what kind of tech they're using, so after you ID the
Yeah,
system,
so once again,
we'll
I'm thinking
send you
that one
direct
where
hardware to install.
the infiltration area is not, is where we've got to go.
Okay.
I don't want to say where, because
Yeah.
Ridgecock's listening. I think we have to go right here.
Catherine wants to know how my beast is doing. My cat is absolutely fine. I have no idea where she is at the minute though. She might be in a box. Yeah, she's asleep in a little box in the living room. Of all the beds we brought her, it's a box with a blanket in that she prefers.
It's a very nice blanket.
I like how I'm glowing blue.
Oh, I've just got a black screen I haven't loaded in.
Oh, that's not good.
Are you guys loaded in?
Yeah, we're in.
Roll.
We're seeing you over here, but...
Gotta reset.
Oh, hang on. I just went back out to the dash. Oh no. It's loaded me back in, but I can only see the environment. I can't move. Oh. Let's close that down.